Well, you've probably noticed by now the roads are getting busier as more people decide to venture outside. In an attempt to make those roads smoother, President Biden is rolling out a major new initiative. The big plans cost big bucks, and some say it's time to pump the brakes on that kind of spending. 13 Action News traffic anchor Zora Asbury talked to the White House Transportation Secretary about the road and railroad ahead. Good morning, Zora.
Good morning, Kalina. Infrastructure, it's such a bureaucratic sounding word, but if you really break it down, it just means roads, rails, and bridges. So we spoke to the National Transportation Secretary, Pete Buttigieg, to find out the specifics on why this is coming with such a high price tag and what it means for you, the viewer.
There's no time like now to be working on issues like transportation and infrastructure.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is all in when it comes to travel improvements from coast to coast. In this case, it's a wager of more than $2 trillion. This on the heels of an almost equally expensive economic recovery plan that Biden calls a generation investment in America. And Buttigieg says Las Vegas will reap the benefits.
Well, you're going to see resources that are going to make a huge difference in Las Vegas. I would point to the dollars for roads and highways, upgrading 20,000 miles of roads and highways in the U.S., and that certainly will make a big difference in places like Nevada.
Critics are quick to point out the money has to come from somewhere, and that means taxes.
The president has insisted that any plan put forward by this administration does not involve raising any taxes on anybody making less than $400,000 a year. But it turns out just by resetting corporate taxes to a normal level, not even a high level, just a normal level, it's actually lower than it's been most of our lifetimes, 28%.
Buttigieg also says now is the time to get serious about cleaner modes of transit.
Whether it's making it easier to bike to where you're going, or whether it's some of these more futuristic ideas, or just a good old-fashioned train or subway option, or a good bus.
If the president gets his way, our area could see a drastic change, specifically when it comes to a rail system stretching into California.
When you think about the tourism economy in Las Vegas, when you think about the value of connecting the Southwest better, there's a ton of opportunity for passenger rail. And it's one of the reasons why the $80 billion in President Biden's American Jobs Plan for things like passenger rail is, I think, going to make a big difference and be good news for the Southwest.
Next stop, negotiations, as Biden and Buttigieg will navigate the pushback and opposition, hoping to find a way to get this proposal into cruise control. Reporting, Zora Asbury.
Now, President Biden's jobs plan weighs heavily on infrastructure, so we hope to see things like the passenger rail here in Las Vegas that leads to Los Angeles, and things like Elon Musk's people mover that we'll be seeing later today. Reporting live here in Henderson, Zora Asbury, 13 Action News.